Hello everyone and welcome. We are live on Abu Dhabi Sports for full coverage of one of the biggest games of the season, of any season. The Abu Dhabi derby, Al Ain at home against Al Jazira. A pivotal night for both of these teams in the season. Match week 8 of the Adnoc Pro League, and nights don't come much bigger than this in the league season. In the studio with me, as always, I have Ibrahim Diaki, legend of UAE football and the walking encyclopedia of UAE football, Pedro Correa as well. We'll get to the gentleman very shortly, but let's cross straight over to the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium where our very own Amy Gillingham is there for us, of course. Amy, tell us about the atmosphere there at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. The Abu Dhabi derby, always a big one, but it's crucial for both of these sides. Al Ain want to get a little bit of a head start in the league. Al Jazira want to get themselves seriously into the title race.
Good evening, Graham, and welcome to the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. A capital derby, a huge game in the Adnoc Pro League calendar. And as you said there, Graham, it really is a pivotal moment for either side. Now, both are contenders for the title this season. Of course, Al Ain, they've started the new campaign storming ahead, undefeated on 19 points. Al Jazira, on the other hand, they sit in 5th on 13, so not too much of a gap. Yes, it's early on in the season, but tonight will also be for bragging rights, not just to bridge that gap with the other clubs in the league. Now, historically, Al Jazira have had the better of Al Ain with 13 wins to Al Ain's 12 and 7 draws between the two sides. So as history tells us, Graham, it's going to be a close encounter here tonight. No matter where they are in the league, it's always going to be a bit of a juicy game. And of course, the rivalry between the two clubs has always been there. That rivalry is really enriched within the capital, and every single year it just seems to grow. Now, just looking at the team news, so Al Ain, they have 3 players out. Kawami, he's got a minor injury due to his international duty over the last couple of weeks. Abdul Karim Traore, he also is out of action due to an accumulation of too many yellow cards. And Eric Jorgens, he's still being rested as he's still not 100% fit. So 3 out of action for Al Ain. Looking at the away side, Al Jazira, only Mohamed Rabi and also Khalifa Al Hamadi are out of action due to injury. So everybody else is fighting fit for Al Jazira. Look, it's a big game for either side, and both will be wanting to claim the 3 points. And I'm sure, sat in that studio, Ibrahim Diaki will remember this game ever so well. It'll be a trip down memory lane for Ibrahim, and it's a big game, and I'm sure it's one to look forward to.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Amy Gillingham. I'll be asking Ibrahim that very question very shortly. We'll be back with Amy at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium as we go on tonight. She will, of course, get us instant live reaction as well after the final whistle. We'll get to Ibrahim's thoughts very shortly, but first, here's some more of the background to the Abu Dhabi derby. It's the 8th round of the Adnoc Pro League season, and this clash of the Titans stands out as the match of the week. ADIB Cup holders Al Jazira travel to face the current league leaders Al Ain. 2 league wins in a row mean the newly installed head coach at Al Jazira, Marino Pusic, has a confident squad ahead of kickoff. But Vladimir Ivic's Al Ain have yet to be beaten in the league and have only dropped 2 points all season. A major part of the reasons for Al Ain's success so far is their goal-scoring machine, Kojo Laba, who already has 9 league goals to his name. While scoring goals has been the only Achilles heel for Al Jazira so far, with Bruno and Fekir top scoring with their 2 goals each this season. Both clubs have only conceded 4 times, but both defences will face their biggest tests tonight. The Hazard bin Zayed Stadium has seen plenty of encounters between these 2 old rivals, and Abu Dhabi pride is as much at stake as are those precious 3 points. Yeah, they certainly are. A precious 3 points for both of these sides. Alain ahead at the moment in the league by a point and could go clear by 4 if they win tonight. Al Jazira, though, would dearly love to get themselves higher up the table and get themselves in the conversation for another Adnoc Pro League title themselves. Kickoff at the Hazza bin Zayed Stadium is at 7:30 tonight. Our refereeing team is quite interesting as well, as we often have in the Adnoc Pro League. They invite refereeing teams from around the world to come and officiate. We have a Spanish team, not Portuguese, sorry Pedro, this time a Spanish team. Jesus Gil Manzano is heading things up, and it's the full Spanish complement. Even in VAR we have Spain getting involved. Okay, Ibrahim, Amy's asked me to ask you, I'm going to ask you as well. A game you know so well. I'm not going to ask you to pick sides or anything like that, of course not. You've played for both of these sides. You've had glory days with both of these sides. What does this fixture mean?
Yes, Graham. I can say the wait is over, because the derby of Jazira Line is one of the most prolific derbies in the Adnoc Pro League. And I've been in both sides, so I know how important it is for both teams tonight. Very decisive game, because it's the boss against the pride of Abu Dhabi. So we will see tonight who will take the lead. Of course, already Alain is already on the top, being first. If you remember, I told you, once Alain is on the top, it's always difficult to remove them from there. So, but I can understand the pressure, the excitement of the club, the fans. It's not only a derby, it's one of the biggest games in the Adnoc Pro League. So what a game to watch tonight.
It's one of the biggest games in the region, to be honest, as well. Pedro coming into it. Alain obviously are flying at the moment, unbeaten so far in the league. So for Al Jazira, this is a chance to make a big statement.
It can be a quantum leap. It's just 3 points for any of these teams, but I would say a win for any of these sides tonight will be a quantum leap. Mostly for Jazira, in the sense that they are somehow trailing from the back. And it's an opportunity for them to definitely, as you said in the introduction, to get into the mix of the title race. By the same token, Alain, if they get the 3 points, they will be 4 points clear from the second, Al Wahda. They will be very safe at the top. But definitely, if Jazira wins, for them it's mostly the morale boost, as they are somehow rebuilding the team right now with a new coach that in the meantime came in. I feel like they are improving over the last few weeks. And of course, winning a match of this profile, an Abu Dhabi derby, besides the 3 points, as I said, mathematics is one thing. Psychologically, I think it will be a major boost for any of these teams.
We're going to talk about individual players as we get into the build-up. We always have to start with Laba, though, don't we? A striking, goal-scoring machine for Alain for so many seasons. But against Al Jazira in particular, he has a fantastic record. He has 14 goals. Only Korfikan has he scored more against. So he's going to be licking his lips ahead of tonight, isn't he?
Definitely, very impressive. Laba is the type of striker you need in your team, because he has the quality and he's smart on top of that, very strong. And he gives the volume for Alain team there. And 14 times he scored against Al Jazira is a lot. It's a bit. But with the quality that he has, I'm not surprised at all. And I feel tonight is very strong, important game for him.
Yeah.
Because he wants to keep Alain on the top there. He's one of the most important player in the team. So he knows the task that is waiting for him tonight, and really a terrific striker.
And on the other side of the equation, Pedro, is kind of alluded to in the report there, Al Jazira just not scoring freely at the moment. They're playing excellent football, but they haven't really found the back of the net as often and as easy as they would like to be.
But as I said before, Graham, they are solid in the back, and they are kind of rebuilding the team. They have been missing Nabil Fekir for many weeks. He was injured. And now they brought in Simon Banza, a striker with a profile somehow similar to Laba. And once they understand, and I think they started already to understand how can they feed Banza, for sure he will be an important player, and he can score many of the goals that Jazira needs, because Jazira, as you said, is a team that usually likes to have the possession and creates many chances. Let us see what they will do tonight, because tonight is a different challenge. But so it will be a different challenge for Alain. I won't say that this is going to be the biggest challenge of the year for Alain so far, because they already played away at Shabab Al Ahly and Al Wasl. But it will be a very tough challenge, because this season Jazira is also defending better, as Alain is defending better also. Jazira is also defending better. So it will be interesting to see this clash between powerful attacking forces versus good defensive setups.
And also the clash between the established coach, Vladimir Ivic, is well established now at Alain and obviously doing a great job. Yeah. Marino Pusic, we haven't had much chance to see too much of him since he got the job at Al Jazeera, but what kind of changes are you already seeing that he's making?
I think it's the first debut of Alain Jazira for both coaches, so they know very well how it's important for them to win this game. And Ivic, as you just mentioned, is doing a great job with Alain. He could put a line that could play compact as a group, as a unit. And I think also the fact that so many players were missing before and they're all coming back, making Alain stronger. And the other side, in Jazira side, you have Jazira who won basically the last 3 games, so the confidence is there. And Jazira wouldn't want to let that gap between them and Alain. So it's a game tonight. The prediction, I cannot tell you exactly the score, but I can tell you we will see a great game tonight because both sides, they have quality players, they have coaches who can understand, they have enough experience to know that this type of derbies are very important for both teams.
Pusic will be well aware of what the game tonight means in terms of the history of UAE football. But he, as we're talking about the team as well, for him as well to put his stamp onto Al Jazeera, this is an important night for him.
I think Jazira, going back to the Dutch school, I think was a good idea because it has been, over the last few seasons, it has been the playing style of the club mostly has been this Dutch style. And I think Coach Pusic is trying to re-implement somehow that style. Now the thing is, tonight is not just going against a strong opponent with lots of individual and also collective quality. Is also the tactical challenge here and the strategical challenge. Because Alain defends with a backline of 3. And all of them are 3 new players into the club. Ratnik, Rabia and Ben Halek. And they are doing very well for themselves. The thing is, I feel at this moment, going into round 8 to this match, that probably strategically again, the teams have not explored the possibilities on the wings. Because then Alain has their 2 players mostly covering those sides. The right back will be tonight, I think, Mohamed Abbas. He's not originally a right back, and that's another, let us say, possibility for Jazira to explore. Putting number 10 Ibrahim Adel against a player who has a tremendous competitive spirit like Mohamed Abbas, but he's not original from that position. And on the other side, Rafa, instead of Eric, Portuguese left back Rafa.
There it is.
Instead of Eric, going up against Bruno. So this is something that eventually, from the strategical point of view, Jazira can explore. And I have not seen many teams yet up until this moment to explore the weakness of the flanks eventually.
Something that's very important. From both sides, you have 2 goalkeepers that are very, very strong and one of the best goalkeepers in the country. So it will be really interesting to see from Banza's side how we can show, since he arrived to Al Jazeera, how he's really important for the team. And you have the top scorer of the league, Laba also, who will be obviously trying to score to show also that he can lift Alain on the top. But they have 2 goalkeepers on both sides who are very tough and strong. So something really important and very nice to see tonight.
And Khalid Issa, in the Alain goal, started his career at Al Jazeera as well. So it's interesting for him as well, isn't it? These kind of evenings. Talking about the looking ahead for whatever the result is, for Alain, as Ibrahim's been saying, since the start of the season, when Alain hit the top, it's very hard to catch them. If they do end tonight with a 4-point lead at the top of the table, everyone else is going to be scratching their heads of how do we catch them.
It's, as I said before, it's the psychological factor because mathematically it's 4 points is not much. This is round 8. We will play until round 26, so it's not much. It's not decisive, mathematically speaking. But in terms of the morale, is that because not only boosts Alain's morale, also somehow it's a big blow to the other teams in the league who are following right now Alain. I think it's a great opportunity, of course, for Alain to capitalize on this. But also, as I said, it's a great opportunity for Jazira to try to get definitely into the mix and adding this growth they are having over the last few weeks with a great result away at the leaders.
Okay, let's look at the lineups then. Ibrahim, let's start with Alain and tell us why they've set up like this. So we've got Soufiane Rahimi, his brother, is starting on the bench, but goodness me, that's an attacking lineup, isn't it? And it always is. There's sort of no alternative. They just have to attack.
Yeah, of course, a very strong team the coach Ivic put there. Of course, he will try to control more in the midfield with Palacios, Kaku and Yaya Nader, who they have the ability to do a great ball possession. And of course, Kaku sometime the one will come in the middle, try to receive the ball and try to feed Soufiane Rahimi and Laba Kojo. So and also Traoré is missing. Honestly, he was doing a great job in the midfield there. But I think Yaya Nader also has the quality or the ability to cover that space. So great team. Mohamed Abbas on the right wing is the type of player that has a lot of energy. He can go up and down. And I think they have already also, from the build-up, a great ball possession. So it will be an open game. That I'm expecting that. But at the same time, it's the type of game, if you open too much space from both sides, or Jazira or Alain, they can use it. They have the quality players to make the difference. So I think the game will be open, but at the same time, they need to be careful because if you give too much space, it can be dangerous.
Okay, Pedro, let's have a look at the Al Jazeera, the way they're setting up tonight and how do they counter that Alain lineup. I mean, Mohamed El Neni, obviously his experience in the middle, he just want to get his foot on the ball and just control that midfield, and then it should all, ideally, come out from him. Setting
the tempo, etc. He is the brain there in the middle for Jazira. One thing that comes here, I would like to highlight is the fact that number 21, Ilias Lagrimi, is a left back originally, Moroccan left back, playing on the right side. I know Mohamed Rabia is out due to injury, but I also wonder if Coach Puzic wants to use Lagrimi to somehow try to contain, to block Soufiane Rahimi, who will appear on that area of the pitch for Alain. Bruno Oliveira is not a typical winger, is more like a forward who can play wide. So I think that in the middle, and picking up on what Ibrahim was saying, I think in the middle things will be a little bit somehow blocked, but through the wings we can have decisions. Left wing for Jazira, very offensive, crosses individually also, can generate the feeding that Simon Banza needs. On the right side is more, I see more Bruno coming inside to finish.
Exactly.
What is being produced on the left. And how will Alain contain this? I think it will be very interesting, and I'm intrigued to understand how the teams will try to block the opponent's strong point.
The task that Kaku has in Alain, Bruno has the same one, because technically he's very comfortable. I feel like he will try to do the same sometime, because he's not a fast player, he's not a winger. Is more like a playmaker, number 10.
Ball on the feet, right?
Yes, he will try to come in, receive the ball, and try to find in the front line Adel or Banza. Same for Alain Kaku, coming in the middle, try to find Soufiane Rahimi or Laba Kojo.
And recent games against Al Jazeera, where they have struggled to have an out-and-out striker, they do have Banza now. So Alain kind of have to approach this differently to recent seasons. Recent matches against Al Jazeera where they've struggled to find a real out-and-out striker, but they've bought one purposefully with that mission.
Yeah, it's a bit of this strategical nuances that we have from both sides, because it's true that Jazira's team is also trying to find out how can they play with their new striker. And also the opponents are trying to understand how can they block this new striker who wasn't there before, like 1 month ago he was not there. So it's always interesting. And as I mentioned before, the fact that Alain plays with 3 in the back provides different challenges from most of the teams in the league, because almost no one else plays with 3 in the back. For example, Diba yesterday played with 5. But this system that Alain is deploying and has been deploying since the end of last season already, but this season much better, very well implemented by the coach, brings different strategical nuances, as I said, to the matches. And I wonder also how Jazira will try to avoid Laba's feeding. Because, for example, Kako also goes a lot out wide to the right side to try to pump crosses with the left foot into the box to feed Laba.
Yeah.
On the left side of Alain, I see more ball carriers, both Rafa and Sofiane Rahimi dribbling, going out wide a lot. So again, how Jazira will get him under surveillance will be interesting.
Okay, let's get more of the background to kickoff and the tactics ahead of kickoff. Let's hear from both the managers.
Okay. Important game like all games that we played until now and that we will play in the future. Tough opponent, home game after a long time, and we're preparing ourselves to give our maximum for 3 points.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, tonight's game, it's a very interesting game for both the teams. A top game, and yeah, that's always interesting to see how we are dealing in these kind of top games, chasing on the opponent, of course, because there are a couple points in front of us, and to see where we are actually. We would like to show tonight that we are on a good way, developing very well, working hard together, and to be competitive tonight to this team. And I'm confident in my team that we will be on our top level tonight, and that's pretty much necessary if you want to get result here away against Alain.
Yeah, I think that kind of sums it up, those two interviews. Vladimir Ivic not giving much away at all, but Marino Pusic, as he said there, we want to show what we are, the new Al Jazira. Well, his reign of Al Jazira, an important night for him personally.
Not only for him, from both sides. Graham, I was in both houses, so I know the mentality. I will tell you what they're thinking now. From Alain's side, we are leaders. We took the league, so we will not give it back to anybody. So as I said before, once they take the lead, they never leave it. On the Jazira side, Jazira is Alain is one of the strongest teams. So if you give that space, that gap between you and them, they're gone. So in their mind now, Jazira, if I was there, I would say to my teammates, listen, let's close that gap. We have to do anything to win that game tonight. Alain, the other side, we have to win this game today to keep that gap.
Yeah.
So it makes it more interesting. And for sure, both sides, they know how important it is for them today to win.
And it's not just Al Jazira. You know, you'll have Al Wada watching this, Shabab Al Ahly, all the other top teams.
Exactly.
Hoping that Al Jazira can pull off something, or not pull off something, but get a win here and keeps everybody in the title race.
It will be somehow of a lifeline for everyone else.
Yeah.
Because right now, Alain looks, and he's somehow unbeatable up until this moment. They are doing very, very well in the beginning of this season. They are looking very solid, defensively solid, as they were not in the last few seasons. With the attacking force we all know and love, they can produce goals in any match. So it will be somehow of a lifeline of hope for the other teams if Alain drops at least 2 points tonight.
But I think we don't mention too much the defenders, the hard work they're doing from both sides. William Roja and Tagir. You can see a lot of progress there since they came into the defense of Jazira. They put that stability there. You can see the organization, the ball possession, now the ball for the ball to go out from the back. They're doing very well. And the other side also, Rami and Yaya, very tough and solid. As Pedro mentioned, they're doing a great job there too. So it will not be easy for Laba. It will not be easy for Banza. So we will see probably a great game tonight.
And probably from the first whistle, you would expect Alain to come out all guns blazing and Algiers will just try to soak up pressure for the first 10 or 15 minutes?
The problem is they both love to have the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that is going, but I'm expecting goals at least.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, well, you can see the two teams are now in the tunnel. Ibrahim, I'm not going to ask you to make a prediction, obviously, with this game, but we're expecting a good, competitive, top-flight Adnoc Pro League game.
definitely. I think Alain are favourites. I would give them 60-40, but I think Jazira can do something
But
tonight.
Pedro, don't forget, Jazira is leading with 13 wins in front of Alain.
That's true. OK, we will see. We haven't even mentioned my hero, Ali Kassif, yet. We'll talk about him at half-time, I promise. OK, let's cross over then live to the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. We'll be back with half-time analysis, but for now, here's your commentator, Matt Monaghan.
Billing, first player to net in all 6 games of the 2024 Olympics, the history of men's football at the Olympics. Kaku, the magician for Paraguay and Alain, and the two youthful defenders there. That's going to be an interesting element for this game. Ben Kalik and Adnoc, Moroccan and Slovenian. This is a massive night for them against a massive opponent in Al Jazira. And how well Al Jazira look under Marino Pusic. Look, a team transformed, and they will be encouraged by the man on the bench for them tonight. More on him later when the teams drop. Kassif between the sticks, wearing the captain's armband, one of the most experienced goalkeepers in Asian football. Feel it could be a big night for him, and then we always get the wonderful tifos. Hazard bin Zayed Stadium, a real feature of this a magnificent arena. Magnificent support as always. As the two managers greet each other, Pusic and Ivic. And here is the Alain lineup. Rodriguez at fullback, Ben Kalik, Adnoc, Arabia. So Arabia really the most experienced figure in that 4-man defence. Palacios, Nada will keep things ticking over with that Bass as well, providing plenty of energy. Rahimi, Kaku, Laba in attack. That doesn't need much billing, does it? Incredible players. They will lead the challenge this evening for Alain against Al Jazira. Massive night for UAE football, and we are so glad you have tuned in. It doesn't get much bigger than this. Coin toss underway. That's the Al Jazira players going through at their paces. Kassif in goal. Tage and Hochev look so strong together. Connor really adjusting to this new position at right back. Somebody who has been called up for UAE squads. El Neni, Koulibaly, Ramadan, one of the strongest midfields you'll see. And Banza, the big summer addition from Braga, looking to add to his 1-goal tally so far in Adnoc Pro League. Now look, on the bench for Al Jazira this evening. Number 20, a World Cup winner. Nabil Fekir, only been able to make 2 league appearances this season, but he's on the bench this evening. He could be a massive figure in this fixture into the second half, you feel. Milo as well on the bench has done very well for Jazira. For Alain, Shadley and Rahimi. Hussein Rahimi, the brother of Sufyan. Ones to look out for. So kickoff fast approaching. A grandstand event. See the Volkswagen Buzz, which will carry the match ball on. Jesus Hill, Manzano, the man in the middle. Rahimi all smiles, full of confidence. And look at the togetherness of Al Jazira, the pride of Abu Dhabi as they're nicknamed. Of course, this is an Abu Dhabi derby. 9-goal Laba, all eyes on him for the boss. So thank our sponsors, UAE Pro League, Adnoc Pro League, as you can see at the top of the screen. And here goes the match ball. The mini Volkswagen brings it on. driving past Adel. Adel busy again in the international break for Egypt. So it will be Rahimi to collect. I'll get it from Manzano. What a night we have in store. A huge event, an unmissable match. It will be kicked off by Alain in purple, and Jazira in white. Traditional kits for two traditional powerhouses. The UAE game. That skips all the way through to Khasif, who gets an early touch. There's Pusic, the man at the helm. Since September. It's a fine job he's doing so far. A person who used to work alongside current Liverpool boss Arne Slot in the native Netherlands. First little bit of possession really for Al Jazeera. First 30-odd seconds. Here's Koulibaly, ever impressive, and what a ball down the flank. Here comes Bruno. Crosses it across! Adel was waiting. Adel giving that ball a thumbs up. Decent moment right at the start for the pride of Abu Dhabi. As the whistles rain down. Nada, Kaku, Laba instantly buffeted, but gets his pass away. Abbas, though, can only find Akono. I feel this is a massive night and a pivotal one for both of these clubs. Alain with their decorated history, the whole league will not want them with the way they've begun this campaign to earn a 4-point advantage even at this early stage of the season. Well, for Jazira, ever improving Al Jazeera, victory here will move them within just 3 points of Alain. As well, I'm sure Al Wada, Shabab Al Ali and Al Wasl will be interesting viewers as well, hoping for Alain to drop some points. And Alain, who remain undefeated, just the one draw in their 7 fixtures, 6 wins. As Banza goes under immediate pressure. El Nene, highly experienced former Arsenal midfielder. Lovely blend between him and Koulibaly in the midfield. Koulibaly, one of the most promising midfielders in Asian football. Khasif, El Karimi, one of several Moroccans on the park this night. See that Adnoc putting the pressure on. Just to underline how well they started this season. They began this match week with the most goals scored with 17. They joined second fewest goals conceded with 4. (19 points in Adnoc Pro League this season, their joint highest tally after 7 rounds of the professional era. Beaten their last 9 home matches in Adnoc Pro League. These are all good omens. If you are a Boss supporter. Like you say, we're just growing into this one. So many players confident and comfortable on the ball. Here's Banza. Prolific last season on loan in Turkey. Trabzonspor. Give and go with Ramadan and Lagalimi. Del stretching this big pitch. I'm sure the ball will find his way soon to the Egypt international. Recruited from CAF Champions League winners, Pyramids FC, in the summer. Highly coveted player. Al Jazeera doing very well to bring him in. Here he is, the ball over the top. It bounces kindly. 2 attempts at it, blocked both times. And that will be a throw-in. Kalik at right back. Ratnik in the middle with Rabia. And Rodriguez at left back. As the whistles rain down. Throw into the area. Panzer couldn't quite meet it here. Zanelli! Just wide. Jazira, you feel must be pretty content with the way they started this one against the informed league leaders. Essa. Rabia. There's Rodriguez, a man who has many, many Portugal youth caps to his name. Lovely flick on from Rahimi. Palacios knocks it into space, a good weight on it. Morocco forward, looks up one way then the other. Can he find a way past Lagrimi? No. Corner ball. That should be an intriguing battle. Rahimi firmly established in the Morocco setup. Rahimi, whose campaign has been disrupted by injuries. He's now very much back in the picture for the boss. That's a deep ball all the way back to Abbas. Nada. Rodriguez on loan from Benfica B. Thrown out. Give and go. Watch Akono go. Just goes into the back of Nada. 2 UAE squad members together. Laba buffeted, but gets the ball away. Target, and the flag does go up. So we play on here. Panzer. Deft ball to Adel. He's got the pace, has he? Ivic wanting the throw in, but it will be Al Jazira ball. Boulibaly versus Nada. That could be a pivotal individual battle. Alenu warmed up for this game with a 3-1 Adnoc Cup quarter-final first leg victory at Sharjah. Al Jazira, a goalless draw with Al Wasl at the same stage of the competition. Of course, a competition that they hold. Van Kalik, second opportunity. The strength of O'Connor, just a little bit too physical. Palacios on the receiving end. Palacios, a former Golden Boy nominee during his time in Switzerland. Palacios. Crossfield ball is intercepted. Bands over the chest. Jazira love playing into their DR Congo international at top. Laba, chance by Nani, then it comes out, there's a nudge in the back. So we go back for the first infringement. Khasif, so calm on the ball. Adnoc with the header, doesn't quite find a purple shirt. Now here's one for Ramadan to chase Ramadan, a scorer. Quite incredible goal against Alain a few seasons ago. See the influence of Pusic. I found what a ball that was for Banza. He was just edged out of it. Strong defending Ben Khalek. Abbas doing the job at the back stick as well. Just being checked by the looks of it. No, nothing to see here. So it will be corner ball. Bruno to take. Bruno sure who'll be looking to feature at the FIFA Arab Cup. Goes to the near post. Laba getting stuck in the opposition penalty box too. Cheeky effort by Bruno, you love to see it. And then eat back to Lagarimi. Confident stuff by Al Jazira. Given away in the midfield. Lagarimi. Can Al Jazira hurt them? Ramadan. A little bit too much on that, but Lagarimi puts the pressure on as Rodriguez. Doesn't he do well? Portugal Youth International. Really blossoming with this regular first team football. Here's Bruno, look at that. Was that a no-look shot from a corner? He certainly meant it. The Brazil-born UAE international. You feel that Essa would have had it covered, but Laba made sure. Bruno, a player who gets better all the time for club and country. Meandering run from Koulibaly. He gets it back. They watch Akono go. Adel outside him. Lovely feint blocked. That will be another corner to the pride of Abu Dhabi. Wonder what Bruno concoct here. Arvida, audacious, off target. Nenny. Grimy, you have to say Al Jazira doing all the early running in this first 15 minutes. Although with the pace of Laba and Rahimi, Alain always happy to play on the counter, particularly when you've got this man, number 10 Kaká, on the ball. Takir sticking out a limb. Here's Hosha, what a fine signing he has been. CSKA Moscow. Won a number of summer recruits. El Neni, lovely, made a career out of balls like that. Adel, one way then the other. Essa, stinging his fingertips. Adel going for power rather than the chipped cross. Nakarimi, Zagir. Nakarimi. Bruno popping up on the right. Crosses. Goal kick. Adnoc convinced that. Marcel Adnoc, now a Slovenia international, full Slovenia international. Also a regular in the under-21s. His debut, full debut in January 2024. Still only 21. Lovely play. Kaku. Nada. Side to Abbas. Alain probably just want to get the foot on the ball. Not really touched it for much for the last 10 minutes. Adnoc. Nada. Back to Ben Kalek. Advancing into space, Abbas. Kaku! Unable to get to full connection. Better from Alain. Ball there. Jazira, who's the last win in the league at this ground, came back 2018, October 2018, 2-1 win. Both of these clubs have not won the league title for a few years. Jazira last time in 2020-21. Alain the season after. Palacios to cross. Defending to do for Al Jazira, and that's something they've relished under Pusic. Another clean sheet in the prior Adam Cup match. Nada. Palacios. Rabia. Lovely touch, Palacios. The shot! And what a shot! A stunning goal from Palacios! Opens the scoring for the league leaders in some style. I think we've just seen one of the goals of the season, without question, particularly when you think of the weight of this fixture. Second goal of the campaign, and one of the best he will ever net. Kaku saw him in a yard of space. The ball bounced once, and Palacios just tried his luck. The technique was flawless. Sorry, 2 bounces on the ball. Hasif was stranded. He could do nothing about it, even a goalkeeper of his caliber. Remarkable. A 5th assist of the season as well for Kaku. Ivic there. Straight in communications. He knows Alain haven't been at their best so far, but they have such quality within their ranks. Alain 1, Al Jazira 0, and it is a goal none of us watching at the ground or at home will forget in a hurry. A player for whom Alain saw ample promise during his time at FC Basel in Switzerland. They recruited him a few years ago now. They put plenty of time into his development, and that is why moments like that for a former Golden Boy nominee. Here he is on the ball. Corner now. Palacios, your goal scorer to take it. One of those goals from Palacios there. You really can't even have too much of a go at the defender. The touch, the strike straight away. Just so much quality. Delivery flicked on towards the back post. El Neni just about clears his compatriot Rabia. Player he'll know very well from Egypt duty. How will that strike affect the psychology of this match? Al Jazira, who are playing with real confidence and composure, keeping the league leaders very quiet at the start. Rodriguez wins the throw-in. Target goes long to Banza. Such an athlete, Banza. Karimi. Nice turn, Bruno. On Neni. Too much on it. Another. Kaku. Well marshalled. But he returns to the ball. A round of applause echoes around this famous stadium. Rahimi not mentioned him too much. The ball there, the quality. Alain just starting to turn the screw. Banza wins the foul. I think Rabia happy to give that one away in that position. It's going to be a good battle between that pair. Jazira, 5 fouls to the 1 from Alain. Shot. Lagrimi. Watch the Grimy go here. Stays on side, he's in behind. Tries to find Banza, behind him. Not enough pace in it to find Adele. Bass, look at the energy. That's what he brings to this team. Here goes Rahimi. Kaku, what a block, Akono, vital interception from the UAE call-up. That's as good as a goal, that tackle. Jazira just hanging on a bit now since the goal. How the momentum has shifted. Palacios to deliver. Goes short. Goes backwards, Sonada. Nice set of confidence on the ball. Chased down by Banza. Connor miscontrols. Lovely from Kaku, but not quite enough pace on it. Bruno. Bali spreads it out wide to Ramadan. Blocked. Rodriguez. It's a bit too forceful there. Karimi, in need of some treatment. It's been a breathless first almost half an hour. It's the direction of travel there. 11 attacks for Alain. Kaku, yet another goal contribution this campaign. And here's your goal again. If you're just tuning in late, relish every moment of this one. The touch, the shot, spectacular. One of the best goals you will see anywhere this season. Pure technique. Hasif could do nothing about it. We resume. Jazira free kick in an interesting position. To the back post, Adele gets his header all wrong. Adele yet to produce a goal contribution in Adnoc Pro League. I think Banza was hoping for the header across. Lost it maybe under the spotlights. Receive. Then he wants it. Happy to get the ball under pressure. Karimi looks like he's okay to continue, at least for now. Rapnik under pressure. And Kalik with the mistake. Gets away with it. You see they were happy with the message there, just calm down. Rabia. Winner of close to 30 major trophies during 2 stints with Al Ahly. The Egypt centre-back, now 32 years old. The major senior foreign edition in the summer by Alain. Target. Adel tries to knock that onto Ramadan, but Nada read it. Goes Adel, cross, over everyone's head in the box. Messer is taking his time, happy to, his side in the lead. Pass. Nada. Real swiftness to Alain's passing now. Pass. Seen him plenty of times snaffle the ball back. And Khalek, ahead by Targiet. Under pressure by Khalek. Seeds the throw. Will be Akono to take the throw in. Final fixture of an intriguing match week 8. And it's been an engrossing watch thus far. Well, blocked. Shot. Jazira feel they not had too much defending to do so far. Certainly Khasif not really involved, but they trail. To an outstanding half volley from Palacios, powering it in. Lovely tricks from Adel. No foul given. No, it is. Eventually comes back. Nutmeg. Just a little clip on his ankle. Connor to the byline. To the goal line, sorry. Adel. Over the head of Banza. Both strikers at the moment, yet to get real service. Lovely ball through, and what a finish from Bruno! We've seen 2 goals of the highest quality this evening. This, an artfully worked team goal. A 3rd strike. I think you would describe as a breakthrough campaign for Bruno for club and country. It's looking better and better all the time. And didn't he take that one well? The ball from Koulibaly, the touch, the finish, delightful. Poetry in motion. Zero panic from Bruno. The flick over the ball. And the perfect weight to find a way past Khalid Essa. 1-1, we have a game in our hands. What a game. The travelling Al Jazira support enjoyed that one. There's your duo. Koulibaly with the pass. Bruno with the finish. So we've seen a wonder strike. And an artful team goal. Contrasting efforts, but both from the top draw. Laba firmly challenged. Adnoc traps the ball. So as you were. Nene sticking out a long limb. Foul given. You have to say, 1-1 draw is certainly the least of what Al Jazira merits. They do look a team transformed since the arrival of Pusic. Jazira again on the ball, high up the pitch. There goes Laba. You can see straight out of his goal. What a touch. It almost gives it away though. Panzer makes the run, doesn't receive the ball. Ramadan on the halfway line. Abbas. Nice turn of pace. Kaku challenged. Rabia. Excellent support from Alain despite their team being checked back. Receive. Oh, the spill. Challenge by Koulibaly. And he gets the pass away to Adele as well. And a penalty's given. Ben Khalik with the challenge. Let's see the replay here. Adele. His run was checked by the young Moroccan. Alain players pleading their case. Essa, it's captain. See Manzano in conversation. Booking for Rabia, his protestations. It's a chance for Al Jazira to turn this around against the league leaders. A huge moment in this campaign. And a huge vote of confidence for Adele. Won the penalty. Will face Khalid Essa, one of the best penalty stoppers in Asian football. Here we go! Adele saved! Just checking, I think maybe Vessa went a bit too early. And it's okay. The save stands. It's a 1-1. What a twist in the tail that would have been. Banza! Al Jazira get their goal! Moments after the penalty stop. Banza with a trademark-headed finish. Drama, so much drama at Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. Alain also asking questions again here. Is there a foul here? Watch Banza. So you've got Ben Khalik and Banza. Did he bring him down? This could be looked at. No question marks at all about the finish. Emphatic. That's what you expect from Simon Banza. But his second Adnoc Pro League goal yet to be fully confirmed. As we see Manzano in discussions. You have to say it was a tussle from Ben Khalik and Banza, both of them. It's going to be looked at. I think Banza may have just been a bit too physical here, but we'll soon find out. Watch Banza and Ben Khalik. On the penalty on the penalty spot pretty much. Banza with the shove. And who brings who to the ground? A lot to take in here, a lot to review. Seems to be contact made by both players. We're just soon to judge the severity of the contact. As it stands, it's 2-1 to Al Jazira. And Al Jazira, who missed a penalty moments before Adel. His efforts saved by Essa from a penalty that he won for a foul on him by Ben Khalik. Now, Ben Khalik again involved. This time, they're coming together, a collision with Banza. Moments like this are why we have the technology. A goal was given on the field. A decision is imminent for our Spanish referee, Jesus Hill Manzano. And the cheers around the ground tell you everything. The goal is ruled out. Banza not impressed, but you have to say by looking at the replay, seemed like most of the contact came from Banza. He brings Ben Khalik to the ground. So Al Jazira have had a penalty and have had the ball in the back of the net in the last few moments. Neither has ended up with a goal. This is a remarkable league, Adnoc Pro League. You can never turn away from it. And this heavyweight class producing ample entertainment and action. None more so around injury time. And this engaging, absorbing and intriguing first half. Nada. Kaku. Rahimi. Can't find Laba. And there is your half-time whistle, and what a half we have watched here. Palacios with this goal of staggering quality in the 20th minute, his half volley flying in. On 36 minutes, a beautiful ball by Koulibaly, an even better take and finish from Bruno, the UE international, to draw us level. Fast forward 10 minutes later, Adel is fouled by Ben Khalek. His penalty is saved by Essa. The subsequent corner, the ball is headed home with ferocity by Bian Banza. However, a VAR review would decide that there was a legal contact between Banza and Ben Khalek, and that goal would be ruled out. No matter what, we have an incredible second half to come. As we look at the match stats, not much at all to separate two of the biggest clubs in Middle East football. A match that received top billing for Match Week 8, and it has delivered on that status. So enjoy your break, and we'll see you again.
Well, that was the first half. The Abu Dhabi derby living up to its reputation. Terrific stuff, loads of drama, a couple of goals, lots to talk about. And after an opening period where Al Jazira seemed to be dominating, that crossfield pass from Kaku, Palacios taking it down, and what a strike that is. His second league goal of the season, putting Al Ain ahead, and Al Jazira fans would have feared the worst at that point. But 16 minutes later, the through ball from Koulibaly, Bruno de Oliveira latches onto it to equalise for the away side. And that wasn't the end of the drama at all. Look at this tackle on Ibrahim Adel, brought down, really no question that it had to be a penalty and a yellow card. But then the miss, the save from Khaled Issa. We'll talk about that penalty with Ibrahim. He has a theory as well, which we will go into. And then just before the break, Simon Banza thought he'd scored his second of the season. And of course, we'll talk about that goal being ruled out as well with the chaps here in the studio. But it is 1-1 at the break in the Abu Dhabi derby. Al Ain 1, Al Jazira 1. Okay, whew, take a breath, everybody. Great stuff. Pedro, let's start with you. In terms of the game, this is fantastic, isn't it? What a thrilling 45 minutes.
It's definitely living up to the expectations. It was a roller coaster, the first half. Jazira started better. I felt like Al Ain was a little bit surprised somehow. I felt with Jazira's start. Then Al Ain kind of leveled, got ahead, and then Jazira finished the first half better. Jazira playing up to their name. The team is playing up to their name, and they are competing and giving a tough match to Al Ain. Al Ain, after, as I said, after a period what it seemed to me as somehow surprised, shocked with Jazira's entrance in the match, they start moving around the pieces in the midfield. Mostly Kako roaming a lot out of his position in the middle, going out wide on the left and the right. From the left, he assisted Palacios. As I said, the match had different layers. First Jazira better, then Al Ain better, then Jazira better again, but mostly dramatic and entertaining.
And if we go up until the first goal, from the first whistle up until the first goal, it was really about Al Jazira, wasn't it? They took the game to Al Ain from the first whistle.
Yeah, definitely. The way, as Pedro mentioned, is totally true. The way how they started with a lot of confidence. Through the ball possession, we can see the way how they're building up from the back. And also from Ibrahim Adel, we can see a lot of offensive action. He's constantly active on the right side of Al Ain. But I was expecting this first half. What a first half! As I say, it will be an open game, and but if you leave a lot of spaces, it can be a problem for both teams. And really a terrific start from both teams. Honestly, one of the greatest first half I've seen so far this season. And but I feel like Al Ain, they a bit holding back. They're giving the space to Jazira to express themselves and play. But two players in Jazira who are making the difference also, El Nini and Koulibaly. They're constantly controlling the midfield and fighting for the second balls. And this is giving an advantage, a slight advantage for for Jazira. And of course, aligned with the experience that they have, I'm sure in the second half they might do better. But what the first half?
What a first half. We did talk about that before the game kicked off, that Mohamed El Neni will want to control the midfield. And as Ibrahim says, along with Koulibaly, essentially, for most of the game, certainly the first half of the first half, he was doing that.
Setting the tempo,
Yes.
it's, the experience, the quality, the intelligence, the football brain he has, showing up in a match of this profile. Jazira, I felt like Ibrahim was saying, Jazira, in terms of the midfield, they had more of the control of the possession, even the physicality, the players with a different intensity, physical intensity, covering a huge part of the ground. Alain, a little bit, when they were in the upper hand, a little bit more creative and more mobility in their midfielders. And I think it was a little bit on that. And as I was expecting, the wings, as we said before, Ibrahim Adel on the left side, the right side of Alain, a lot with the ball on his feet, trying to dribble his way into the box, trying to assist, creating many problems. I think if this is an appetizer, I want to see the main course in the second half.
Let's talk about the goals then. Let's talk about Palacios' the first goal for Alain on 20 minutes. This came after sustained pressure from Al Jazira. They go down the other end. Kaku, with one of his inevitable assists really this season, it seems to be. What a cross-field pass this is to spot Palacios. But Palacios still has to do so much work here to bring it down, and you don't hit many strikes better than that.
But you know, Graham, Palacios is doing good. You can say the last games of Alain, and what a great player, terrific player. He has the quality. Great cross from delivery from Kaku. What I like about that goal is the way how Palacios, he controlled the ball and aimed exactly in the corner where he wanted the ball to be. And usually it's you can see that even Ali Kusef cannot even move because he put the ball in the right corner. But this is due to the fact that the control that he did was allowing him to put the ball in the right place. And he has the technique, he has the ability for it. And I'm not surprised for this kind of goal.
It's a beautiful hit.
It's a great hit, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think everybody in the stadium, as soon as he struck it, everybody knew that's going in. That lead lasted 16 minutes. We did fear the worst at that point. You think, well, Alain have got their noses in front here. Can Al Jazira come back from that? But they certainly did. Sustained pressure again. Nice little ball from Koulibaly, and Bruno will be delighted to get a goal in the Abu Dhabi derby.
I think at halftime, a draw is fair for both sides. Jazira clearly did not deserve to be in the losing end at the end of the first half. They were very close to come back, to operate the complete comeback. And as you said, the fact that they were better in the beginning of the match and at some point they found themselves behind, and then they came back from that situation also shows that they are healthy mentally right now, that they did not go down, they did not crumble. Playing at Hazard Ben Zayed against Alain with the season Alain is doing, with the quality Alain is having, they did not give up and they continue to play their football, to fight. And they are showing qualities for a title candidate as we speak.
But it's the confidence that the way they started the game there, especially in Alain field. But Al Jazira was always that motivation. When every time they go to Alain, they want to show, they want to win that game. And as I mentioned earlier, this shows from the way how they started the game that we will not allow Alain to put that gap between us.
Yeah.
We need absolutely that 3 point. And that's the confidence you can see in the midfield there, especially through El Nini and Koulibaly. They're completely in charge of the midfield. The ball, the organization, the ball possession, how the ball moves side to side is all organized by these two players. And I think Alain in the second half, if they don't take some measures to try to stop that, it might be a big problem for them.
Well, let's just take a look at the bench before we talk about the other incidents in that first half. Take a look at the options for both of the managers, and they both have plenty of options. Nabil Fekir, their number 20 for Al Jazira, we'd expect to see him at some point. Also for Alain, who do we think You think Rahimi, the brother, he might be coming on as well?
Yes, if Alain wants to add another striker into the mix, another target man, better said. Nassim Shadley, curiosity is a former Jazira player, also can add something. We felt during the first half that Rahimi was not, Soufiane Rahimi, was not yet at his best level. Again, he has the quality to at some point erupt, but eventually Nassim Shadley also being brought on can add something, and has number 30, the midfielder. I feel like eventually going minute 60, minute 70, that Alain, having in mind what we saw in the first 45 minutes, will need to add something more to the midfield in terms of energy.
I just want to talk about the penalty because Ibrahim, using his predictive skills, as he always does, you spotted something, didn't you, when he went to put the ball down?
Yes, Ibrahim Adel, when he was about to shoot the penalty, it's not because of superstitions or anything, but usually a player, when he drops the ball in the middle and when he's about to go to shoot, is usually don't give your back to the goalkeeper. We speak about it sometimes, the striker usually. But okay, different penalty takers, they have a different way of shooting. But what I saw in my experience, don't put the ball and then give your back to the goalkeeper. Usually you end up.
You predicted.
When he put the ball and he turned, I just told you.
You called it before
You predicted.
It was quite extraordinary. It was absolutely right. And then just before the break, Simon Banza had a header. It was an interesting one. The referee had to go over to VAR because there was so much going on before the cross came on, and the three of us were unsure what was the foul that the referee was going to judge was the foul.
Tonight we are not doing commentary, both of us, but that's a commentator's nightmare because, and even more for a referee, it's a very tough call, honestly, because there is pushing and grabbing from both sides. So where is your decision going? I accept this decision, and I would accept the opposite decision. It's a very tough call, but mostly what Banza did, it's a lot what he can offer to Jazira. Aerial, like Lab also offers that to Alain. Banza can offer this to Jazira. Aerial dominance. So this is something that Jazira can eventually explore more in the second half. Every now and then, good crosses into the box, because it's true that Alain has three very good central defenders there, but also Jazira has a very good striker to try to go for the header there.
And although the goal was cancelled out, Banza's, he was on the floor when the ball was kicked, and he managed to get up and jump and head it into goal. I mean, he showed real intent to get to that ball, didn't he?
Yes, we can feel his presence there. Since the beginning of the game, you could see he's giving some volume also in front of a Jazira offensive line. And what a great striker. He has the strength, he has the power. So I feel like in second half, it will be very important for Jazira to bring in a lot of crosses, because he can jump. And he has the ability also to protect the ball, to allow the midfielders to arrive. So I feel like they have to make more crosses, because on the left wing, we see Ibrahim Adel doing a lot of effort, but we also will need more on the other side, on the right side. So, but it's basically the same like also with Alain, because we're seeing less from Soufiane Rahimi, but on the other side, we're seeing more from Kaku. So, but I can tell you the second half will be very interesting.
Well, yeah, Pedro, second half. What are the managers saying to their teams at half-time here? It's impossible to predict, isn't it?
Yeah, it's impossible to predict, but I would say mostly to try to get the ball, to not lose the ball, because at some point, mostly Jazira was in control, and then the match started to get somehow broken, and that was better for Alain, because Alain was breaking in fast attacking transitions and was every now and then creating some problems. So I think mostly it will be about trying to have the ball, to keep the ball for as long as possible, and to try to attack with criteria on the Jazira side. Alain is very comfortable right now, even in organized attacking play or breaking in fast attacking transitions. So this, I think, will be the trend. And then as the match goes on, and many players were on national team duty, UAE and the other national teams. I think also the fitness levels will come into play. So the substitutions will be important also to level things up or eventually to create problems.
But from the way how they scored the 2 goals, you can see and understand. Alain, look at the goal of Palacios. Great goal. Showing we are the boss. The reaction of Jazira after 15, 16 minutes, we are the pride of Abu Dhabi. So it does make it interesting, and I'm sure the second half will be more.
And which manager needs the win more?
Jazira. Jazira needs...
No, both.
Because, yeah, I understand what you say, but if Jazira loses, it's a 9-point gap. It's not impossible, but it's very hard. While if Alain loses, they will still be first after the round. So I think for Jazira it's more important to at least not to lose than for Alain as we speak.
And for a new manager coming in, Marino Pusic, who we're seeing now, for him to come in, and if he does get something out of this game, as a new manager coming into Al Jazeera, what a terrific confidence boost that is for him.
Yeah, you can see that there is a development into the team, and the players are more confident. You could see from the ball possession. But at the same time, he has 2, I would say, like organizers, like Koulibaly and El Nini. They have tremendous quality. They can run a lot. They can cover a lot of space in the field. And on top of that, they have the ability also to feed the offensive line. And sometimes you can see the way how Koulibaly is arriving in the box. Look at the goal. He's the one who gave the pass in front of the 18 to Bruno. So that quality also is helping him, and the coach is able to understand that where the player need to be placed to make the difference, and that's working well.
And in terms of confidence, really, at half-time, if you think about it, Alain have obviously scored a brilliant goal. Al Jazeera have scored, they've had a penalty, and they've had a goal disallowed as well. So they've had a lot more that they could be more positive about going into the half-time.
On the other hand, it's a very competent performance in the first half for Jazira. At Hazard bin Zayed, against the leaders, Alain, the season Alain is doing, I said this before and I say it again. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it's somehow frustrating, the fact that they could be ahead.
They could be 3-1 up by now.
Yeah, they could be ahead and they are not. But on the other hand, it's a very good first half for them that I think will boost their confidence.
OK, anything could happen in the second half of the Abu Dhabi derby. I hope it lives up to the first 45 minutes. Let's get back to the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. Your commentator, Matt Monahan.
Jazira, Lagrimi for Alatas, so a UAE international coming on. Lagrimi, who received treatment halfway through the first half. What a first half we've witnessed in the league leaders and one of the form teams in Al Jazeera. It was Al Ain who took the lead around the 20-minute mark. A spectacular half volley from Palacios. Just over 15 minutes later, Bruno with the stylish finish and the incisive pass from Koulibaly. But that is only half the story. And the stroke of injury time at the end of the first half. Adel fell by Ben Khalik. The penalty given. Adel stepping himself up. But then, Essa's legs denying him. Alain thought the danger had been averted, but no. The subsequent corner headed home by Banza. The goal given. But a VAR review would follow. Ben Khalik adjusts to him fouled by Banza in the build-up to his diving header. So, we restart the second half full of ample promise at 1-1. There's the handshake there by Hakimi and Banza. A reminder, Alain with the opportunity here to go 4 points clear ahead of the pause for Adnoc Pro League for FIFA Arab Cup. But Al Jazeera, who have been confident and assured for large spells of the first half, a chance to close the gap to the leaders and to continue the upward momentum since Pusic's September arrival. So Alatas strain on the ball, the substitute. But a ball that will go out for a goal kick. So thank you again for tuning in. I'm sure you will not regret your decision. One of the marquee fixtures in UAE and Middle East football when Alain and Al Jazeera meet. Confirmation of the change below. So it will be Alatas's job to keep a lid on this man, Rahimi. The history maker at the 2024 Olympics with Morocco, scoring in all 6 games for the first time in the history of men's football at the games. Palacios, out wide to Rahimi. Palacios gets it back, but he turns away from goal. Okay, to take the goal kick. Goes long towards the goal scorer, Adnoc. Ramadan robbed of the ball, but gets away with it. Rabia. Ben Khali got that action-packed end to the first half. The young Moroccan. Rushing tackle by El Nene. He had such vital experience in the midfield. Akona, a growing force. There's Koulibaly, got that wonderful assist in the first half. Strong by Palacios. Equally strong by Hotshot. Laba has kept him very quiet, the 9-goal scorer. The flag goes up. Nada. Challenged. That's the concession of a corner. Specchia going through his paces there. The World Cup winner of France. The other Rahimi. Hussein. Banza beaten in the air. Sif high into the Al Ain sky and the Al Ain stands. Jazira looks such a strong team this season. Certainly compared to last. Equally the same, you can definitely say about Al Ain. Jazira. Really have imposed themselves for spells of this game. Great atmosphere at Hazard Stadium as always. Taken down. Fired up the park. Last shot. That's a Khasif. Lovely turn. To the box. And there is a collision. Montana not interested, our Spanish referee. See the teams really feeling each other out at these early stages. Rahimi couldn't quite turn. Illegal contact by Alatas. There is the shouts for a possible penalty. Adele and Abbas coming together. Manzano not interested. Adele, whose collision with Ben Karlik in the first half led to a spot kick that he himself took and then was saved by Essa. Palacios turns away from goal. Adnoc gets his pass away at the second attempt. Cross on Rodriguez, headed away corner. Feel there is a bit of momentum with Alain at the moment. This match, of course, ebbing and flowing. On a ball. Repelled. Just over the head of Laba. Rabia couldn't quite get there as well. All the way back to Essa. Seen him make penalty saves in Club World Cups. We've seen him at international level as well, AFC Champions League. And another one this evening. A glittering career between the sticks for Essa, of course. Counts Al Jazira among former players. Was the number 2 to Ali Khasif for making the move to Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. More than a decade ago now. Painful one for El Nani. Free kick to the pride of Abu Dhabi, led by that man, Manino Pusic. So we have left-footed delivery. Ramadan. The header over the bar. And Banza wanted him to leave it. And that type of night for Banza, who feeds off deliveries of that quality. Vamos, the message from the stands. Nanny. Bruno tries to pass around the corner, eventually works out. Banza, one way then the other. Nice work. Plenty of energy, the DR Congo international. Hakimi. Given away. The shots. Rushed by Adal. Put under pressure. The long limbs of Adnoc. Marcios getting away with one there. The clock ticks towards the hour mark. RBS take the goal kick. Strong header, Hosha. Lovely back heel. Fine challenge on Banza. Slovenia international Adnoc. Kept in play. Here goes Rahimi. Not got too many targets to aim for at the moment. Palacios is one and he finds him, but El Neni edges out his younger challenger. Given away uncharacteristically by El Neni. Abbas. Palacios. Connor read it. Nardo with the handball. Nessa. Adnoc. Blocked. Good pressing by Al Jazira. Krusic must be happy. A reminder, Al Jazira have won just one of the last 8 visits in the league to Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. They're playing with confidence this evening. Of course, they had those opportunities, incredible opportunities at the end of the first half, but neither would come to fruition. So it's 1-1 still as we pass the hour mark. Tough play, Aisha. Rodriguez. Adnoc, two youngsters combining. Well controlled. Nice for Nada. Here goes Rahimi. The anticipation from the crowd when he gets on the ball. Strong challenge on Rodriguez. Just walks over. Rahimi, the header, hits our shot. Asked for a handball, nothing given. There's your replay. Did appear to hit the chest. Should have winded. Nice kick by Rahimi. No movement at the moment on either bench. Plenty of players warming up, however. One of those is Fekir. Jazira. As you run down of attempts, one goal each. Banza, Adel drops the shoulder, finds the pass to Banza. Goes for goal, easily saved. Essa. Ball over the top. Rodriguez watches it all the way. Pass to Rahimi. Laba. Ramadan. Didn't get quite enough on that. Koulibaly turns it into a good pass anyway. There's the foul. Jazira on the attack. Adnoc runs at his marker, digs out the cross. Banza couldn't be found. So many incredible players, incredible matches between these teams. This one is tense, that's how you describe it, real tension. Tight margins. Game that if Alain win, they really can stretch their legs at the top of the table. As for Al Jazira, the victory would cap off their turnaround under Marino Pusic. Alatas. Cross deflected. And that will be Jazira ball. approach the 70-minute mark. Loves the ball to Banza. Strong defending. Maybe beats into the ball by Koulibaly. An essential interception. And then a foul given away. Decent spot here, very decent spot for Al Jazira. Ramadan, Bruno, Wongso standing over the ball, so to El Neni. Here we go. Ramadan! Off the woodwork. Lovely technique. Essa with no hope of keeping that one out. Essa just a little bit maybe winded there. Here's your replay. The top of the woodwork. Al Jazira have missed a penalty, had a goal ruled out by VAR, and now have hit the crossbar from a Ramadan free kick. Little to report at the opposite end for Alain. A reminder, Alain are your league leaders. Could be in need of a change here, Essa. Doesn't look happy. Not quite sure what the problem is. So here's your main incidents. Palacios, one of the goals of the season. 1-0 Alain. A lead that would only last about 15 minutes. Bruno, look at that, delightful, 1-1. Penalty, look at the concentration, Essa and Adel. Individual battle in this team game. Essa sticking out a leg, saving Adel's effort after he won the penalty. Big moments, big players. A big match. That might be that for Essa. We won't want to lose him. Sansani, his chosen replacement. Essa, who's played every minute as you would expect in the league this season until now. round of applause echoes around the ground for one of their favourite players. So the UAE #1. Alain #1. At the end of his game tonight, we hope him a swift recovery. Substitutions all round. Mane Kumare also for Alain. Vinicius Medel for Al Jazira. So a big match to be thrust into for Sani. Mane. And it's centre back. So doesn't miss many games. Bali trying to find Banza. Here's the substitute Melo. King up with Bruno. Bali blocked. Abbas. Lokamare. Too much on the cross. So inside the final 20. A win for either of these teams will just be massive. Sani to take the goal kick. It's a good one. Kono. Nice shot. Alatas available out wide, but he doesn't go to him. Instead, goes long for Melo, and the flag goes up. Nada. Checked by Bruno. And Nani. Target. Left by Melo. Arabia. Asking a lot there. They give the answer. Van Karlach. Nada. So economical on possession, but nada. Mane. On for about 5 minutes now. Seen one brave block from him. Patient play by the boss. Rodriguez trying to find Rahimi. Second attempt. Behind Laba. Groans go round and go round. Laba. Nada trying to knock that over the head of Hosha. It goes down, Rahimi's in! And cannot convert. Osho wanted a foul. He's been booked for his protestations. What a save by Hasif. A goal seemed a certainty. Two of the best keepers in the UAE have been involved tonight. Essa on the sidelines now. How they have performed this evening. Corner ball to those. See punches, and it comes out. Over. It will be a corner. Target, flick that over the bar. Inside the 79th minute. Foul. Many chests it down. Gives the ball away. The break is on. Vital block by Adnoc, who's been excellent this evening. Out to the edge, the shot's blocked, Sagir. Then Khalek denied. That was goal bound. Palacios. Just about scrambled away, no. Blocked Rodriguez, will that be another corner? Yes, it will. Tide's now turning in Alain's direction. Hit the 80-minute mark already. Let's see if he easily collects that one. Bruno. Not his best pass. So we're about to see the return of Nabil Fekir to Adnoc Pro League. Only 2 run-outs in the top flight so far this term. Shot and Laba battling away. Dell keeps it alive. Into the penalty box. Blocked. Crosses again. The whistle went before the ball went in the goal. Jazira cannot believe it, but the foul had been called. A real scramble. Adele blocked. Come back out to him. And Mello. And the substitute goalkeeper Sani definitely colliding. These players are giving their all here tonight. Zano. He's in having discussions here. I see players who know each other so well, club level and international level, in conversation. What they make of this match so far. Almost time for Fekir. Almost time for a World Cup winner. Embraced by Pusic and Kamis Ismail. Wants that goal. Been denied once. Nervous wait for the Al Ain and Al Jazira supporters. Confirmation of the VAR check. It's gonna be checked on the screen. Labadé says you whistled before. Mello get there first. Then is Banza offside or not? There's a multifaceted incident. Decision now. The goal is given. Al Jazira have their goal. They've turned it around. twice at the end of the first half. They saw a penalty saved, a goal from Banza ruled out by VAR. Fast forward towards the end of this engrossing second half. Banza has his second goal in Al Jazira colours in the league. And what a massive, massive moment this could be. Manzano. It's a VAR check again, though. Players arguing. So need to keep cool heads. Did it hit the arm of Banza? Is that what they're looking at? And the goal is ruled out. It would appear to be, I say appears to be, for a handball from Banza. Al Jazira again denied. Foul given. Remains 1-1. Here comes Fakir. Here's your levelling goal as it stands. Bruno took it well, and he has now come off and been replaced by the returning Fekir, and he's straight on the ball. The former Lyon and Real Betis star. Can he conjure some magic? Palacios. Rahimi. Kaku rode on here by the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium crowd. Anywhere will do at the moment. Rodriguez. There's your win probability to the draw, 71. Alain 21. Al Jazira 8. Palacios turns away from trouble. Good advantage played. Eventually felled by Fekir. So here we're going to have a raft of changes for Alain. Bass and Shadley. Shadley, of course, had that spell on loan at Al Jazira last season. See for the punch. Boards up. So off comes Nada. On comes Abbas. Then Mohamed Abbas. Our youngsters, incredibly highly thought of. Here comes Shadley now in Alain colours. Represented the pride of Abu Dhabi last season. Crossed by Kaku. Comes out to Chadley. Tackled by his former teammate, Alatas. Mohamed wins the corner. Well defended. Dances past Fef here. Shadley! Dangerous low centre. El Neri. We're inside 9 additional minutes here. Almost 4 played. A long, long way to go. Grandstand finish to this most incredible of matches. Jazira have had the ball in the back of net twice. They've had a penalty kick. Each time they have not been able to take full advantage. Shardley. Look live, this is coming on. Safe. There he goes for Kier. Excitement rises. Edged out. Palacios. Foul given away. Goal now would mean so much. Time to whip this in. Neri off balance. Another almost moment for the pride of Abu Dhabi, who performed admirably this evening. Alain, who look poised to drop points for just the second time this season. If that stays the way it is, it will be status quo at the top of the table, heading into a month-long hiatus. Alain 2 ahead of Al Wada. 3 ahead of Shabab Al Ali. Alain and Al Wada remaining unbeaten. Here comes Jazira though. Fekir wins the foul. Inside the final minutes of the initially given 9. This could be the last moment for Al Jazira to get a winner. Fekir won it. You'd imagine he's favourite to hit it. This is the type of play, the type of moment that Al Jazira had in mind when they recruited Fekir from Real Betis. Can he produce some trademark magic? France's World Cup winner steps up and curls it just wide. And there's your final whistle. A quite remarkable contest ends 1-1. The goals both came in the first half, but that only tells a small part of the story. Palacios with a wonder hit in the 20th minute. Bruno finishing adeptly after being found by Koulibaly. But after that, Al Jazira, a penalty saved from Adel. Banza's header being ruled out after a VAR check for a foul on Ben Khalek. Fast forward into the second half, the same player again, Banza, has the ball in the goal. It was an exhaustive VAR process, eventually leading to a decision being made that the goal could not stand, so it stayed at 1-1. Alain stays your leaders, Al Jazira stay 5th. What a match. We resume in the league on 20th December. It's a big break. The next weekend, the action doesn't stop totally. We have Adib Cup quarter-final deciders. They'll be in all the usual places. We implore you to tune in and watch those. And thank you for your time. What a match. What an advert for Adnoc Pro League. What a rivalry between these clubs. What drama. An unforgettable occasion. Thank you, and good.
Well, as Matt Monahan said there in commentary, the 1-1 scoreline is only part of the story of the Abu Dhabi derby. So much to talk about, so much drama, but the goals, well, the ones that stood anyway, were pretty special. This one from Palacios, putting Alain ahead on 20 minutes. The delivery from Kaku was sublime. The finish was even better. 16 minutes later, though, the little through ball from Koulibaly, Bruno de Oliveira latched onto it, and it was 1-1. Now, there was plenty more going on as well. There were penalties, there were disallowed goals. Banza put the ball in the back of the net twice in the second half. Twice he thought he'd scored, and twice his goals were ruled out as well. He still sits on just 1 goal for the season. Our Spanish refereeing team certainly had a lot to talk about when they fly home about the Abu Dhabi derby. And there's going to be a lot to talk about from both teams as well. Pedro, let's start with you then. Reaction to that. What absolute drama. But Al Jazira still will be quite happy leaving Alain with a point.
Yes.
They'll be thinking it's 3, but it's better than none.
Yeah.
I think, again, there's two sides of the coin. The mathematics is just 1 point. They keep Alain in the same distance, 6 points ahead, so they don't fall completely behind. But having in mind the performance, probably Jazira could have had something more from the game. And I believe they will be a little bit frustrated with the outcome in terms of the final score. In terms of their performance, in my opinion, Mabruk, congratulations to Jazira. They played a very, very good match against the best team right now in the league, Alain, at Hazza Ben Zayed Stadium. So I think in terms of the morale, I think Jazira can take something very good from this match to the rest of the season.
And they thought that, they'll be thinking that they could have been 4-1 up here at the end of the game. Simon Banza having the ball in the back of the net twice, both ruled out by VAR. They had a penalty as well. Let's not forget that was saved by Khaled Issa. But as Pedro says there, Al Jazira, in terms of the performance, they more than matched Alain for the whole game.
No, first of all, I would like to give credit to both teams because it was an amazing game to watch. And as Pedro mentioned, I definitely agree with him. As you said also, first the penalty that Ibrahim Adel missed, the header of Banza, plus the last action that we saw. We could say that definitely Al Jazira will not be satisfied with that result because they could have really take the 3 points. But at the same time, when you play against a team like Alain and you make this kind of result, I think it's not a bad result. They went there with the intention to win the game, but sometimes game situations are different, and I feel like 1-1 is deserved for both teams.
There's lots of factors, I'd say, that went into the 1-1. I think one of the big ones is in Al Jazira's favour in defence for Al Jazira. They made Laba look almost out of the game most of the game.
Yeah.
Rahimi as well couldn't get into his stride. Not many teams have done that to Alain recently.
I think mostly they cut the supply line. It's very hard to mark Laba individually because of his physicality, because of his movements. You need to cut the supply lane, and that they did quite well. A solid performance, I said it in the beginning of the match, before even the match, Jazira is improving a lot. Starting from the defense, where they are more solid, and it's very important for a title contender to be solid in the back. We know this from the history and from the experience of previous seasons. And then from then you can build up to be a good team in the offense, and definitely Banza is proving to be a good signing. I was talking to Diaki off air that I believe Jazira can take a lot more from him even. The upcoming weeks with the training sessions, with more matches, they will understand how Banza plays. Also, Banza will understand how can he gel up with his teammates. I think it's very promising. I think Jazira somehow did not get the 3 points in this match, but I think we got a solid title contender for the rest of the season.
Yeah, and for Alain, we saw a lot of their great play. That Palacios goal is going to be up there for goal of the season, certainly. But Al Jazira made them not function the way that we've seen Alain play for this season. Alain's still unbeaten, remember, that's only their second draw of the season. They're still flying, but Al Jazira brought them back down to earth a little bit, I'd say.
But I could say that a great job has been done by Coach Pusic. You can see the confidence that Al Jazira used there from the beginning of the game is remarkable. The ball possession was there, they play compact. You remember we used to talk about the way how the quick transition was a big problem for Al Jazira. We can see that improvement there, and great organization. In the midfield, you have El Nini and Koulibaly who are completely organizing and controlling the midfield. And I think with the ideas also of Pusic into the team, you can see that discipline, tactical discipline, and they play compact, they go together up and they come back together. And especially now, we can see a different way of when they lose the ball directly, they try to recover quickly the ball. As Pedro was talking about Banza, I really feel like if he went to the training camp with that same team and he came back, he could make a difference at any time. And what a good striker, and he will give more volume also for the offensive line of Jazira. And I mean, he did what he could do today.
Yeah, he'll be frustrated that he had the ball in the back of the net twice, but he will take a lot of confidence from that. Also, for the fans, I think, watching Banza, they'll see how committed he is to the cause. He's putting his body on the line for both of those goals to go in. He's not afraid of being physical, of getting in the challenges and really doing everything he can to help the cause.
It's a different kind of... He's a striker. I consider Ali Mabhout to be a central forward. And Jazira played with Ali Mabhout up front many seasons, and he was top goal scorer for the team and sometimes even for the league for many seasons. Simon Banza is a different type of player. Plays in the same position, but in not exactly the same role. So having in mind that Jazira again brings back, and in my opinion, rightfully so, a Dutch coach with the Dutch style, which has been the most successful playing style for Jazira over the last few seasons. Now they just need to understand how they can operate in this possession style and at the same time feed a striker that has different characteristics from Ali Mabhout. Has more presence in the box, more aerial dominance.
Yeah.
You cannot expect him to link up as well as Ali Mabhout did. He does not have the same type of movements, the same type of technical characteristics, but he offers different things to the team that if they understand that, and they will for sure, the wingers will be crucial.
He definitely has more impact in the front line there. You can see the way how he protect the ball and to give the time for players like Koulibaly or the midfielder Bruno to arrive around him, and definitely I think he has something that Jazira will be in the future. He will use in the future to be stronger.
As a striker, Ibrahim, if you've had a performance like this where you've been frustrated because there isn't actually a goal to your name tonight, but you have performed really well, what do you think about when you're going to sleep tonight?
See, Graham, he has already pressure because...
1 second, sorry, Ibrahim, we'll come back to that answer. We're going to cross over to Amy, who is at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium for us, of course, live. Amy, you've got some reaction there to a dramatic Abu Dhabi derby.
It certainly was dramatic, Graham. I think if you blinked in that final 10 minutes, you'd have missed so much of the action. I'm joined now by Simon Banza. Simon, first of all, an excellent performance individually and as a team here away at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium against top of the table. What are your thoughts of that game?
Yeah, it was a really good game against a good team, really good. I think the game was, we deserved to win. And yeah, a lot of mistake from the referee also, but it's okay. We have also good opportunity. They have also good opportunity, so it's a good game. We are happy with the result, but yeah, we want more always.
We saw the way you took the game to Elaine here tonight. I mean, of course, Elaine are top of the table, but we really saw a different reaction from them. You really put up a fight.
Yeah. We give a good reaction because they score an amazing goal, and after we have a good response. And after what's happening, the goal cancelled, the second goal cancelled. So, yeah, we never give up. This is the mentality of the team, of the coach, and we're gonna improve our game more and more for the next game.
Now, individually, of course, you did score, but it was unfortunately disallowed for yourself. But when you were on the pitch and watching you just bring a completely new physical dynamic. You really put your body on the line time and time again. Is this really a bit of skill of yours?
Yeah. I feel more. I feel better. I'm not the same when I came in Abu Dhabi because I was not so fit. So now I feel good. I just need some goal, some victory because I like that, and for sure I will do better, for sure.
Well, enjoy the break. We've got a month off now, but we hope to see you again back when we return, and all the best for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I think, Graham, we've actually got Raphael joining us from Elaine as well. Very lucky, one after the other here. Raphael, first of all, a good performance tonight, a point against a well-organised Al Jazira in the capital derby.
I think it's not a good result for us because you want to win this game, every games. But you try in the second half better than the first half. But you try and fight, and it's impossible to win this game. But focus for the next games.
It was a terrific goal from Matias Palacios, of course, who broke the deadlock. Do you think that you had the edge in the first half and perhaps Al Jazira in the second?
No, I think in the second half it's better for us. The first half, I think not in the last games, but you try in the second half and it's impossible to win this game.
Now you've had some excellent momentum. You're still undefeated in the league. You're top of the table heading into obviously the international break. What are your thoughts of the league so far?
Yeah, it's the league so far, and you need to continue work every day, not only in the games. Every day work, and in the games to take a win.
Well, we wish you all the best for the rest of the season. Enjoy the international break, and we'll see you back in December.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you. Back to you, Graham.
Terrific stuff. Thank you very much, Amy Gillingham. Lining up to talk to our Amy there at the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. Interesting from Raphael. They're obviously disappointed, Alain. But I want to go back to what you were saying about Simon Banza, and we heard from him as well. He seems positive. And how, if you were in his position tonight, how would you be feeling?
You see, Graham, I was saying, Pedro mentioned it earlier, coming into a team where you find the top scorer in the history of UI Pro League. And like I'm talking about, of course, Ali Mabkoud. So he had that slight pressure. And you can see for the frustration when he's talking. He wanted to show today that he can cover that space. And he is the type of striker that can make the difference. Certainly he did, but unfortunately the referee decided different ways. But I believe that he had the quality that he has. It will help a lot. Al Jazira is very powerful. He changed a bit the dynamic of the offensive line of Al Jazira. As Pedro was mentioning, he gave more power there. And that's what Jazira was missing. On top of fixing the quick transition, now they have an extra quality in the front that will help the team for the next coming games.
Terrific. OK, let's just, before we go, let's recap the results from match week 8. Obviously, it's a stop-start season. We're going into another international break now for the Arab Cup. So these results were pretty important for everybody involved. Shabab Al Ahly just about got a win away at Khan. Al Wada were held to a draw, a late equaliser from Dibba. Al Nassr, a 2-0 win at home against Al Dhafra. They needed that. Al Dhafra had 2 men sent off during that game. Sharjah, their woes continue. 4-1 loss to Banias, who get their first win of the season. Al Battay won 3-1 away at Kalba today. Al Wasl were held to a goalless draw by Ajman. And as we just saw, the Abu Dhabi derby, Alain won, Al Jazira won, which is good news for all the other teams up the top as well, like Al Wada, Shabab Al Ahly and Al Wasl. They'll be delighted to see Alain didn't get maximum points, but they are still ahead by 2 points. Al Jazira now in 5th on 14. Al Dhafra, despite that loss, in 12th. Al Nassr's win moves them up into the top half of the table. Kalba, Ajman and Khan into the bottom. Sharjah now are 11th. Al Battay are in 12th. Banias were out of the relegation zone briefly overnight, but Al Battay's win means Banias go back down. Now, Dibba are the bottom side. OK, there we go. That was the Abu Dhabi derby. Thank you very much to Ibrahim. Thank you very much to Pedro, and of course to Amy Gillingham, live from the Hazard bin Zayed Stadium. It's another international break. It's time for the UAE to play the Arab Cup, and then the Adnoc Pro League will be back again. But from everybody here at Abu Dhabi Sports, for now,